Hello, and travel with my family and I to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Man, this trip, it must be God. It has to be God, and it will be God forever because it wasn't an easy trip at all because we was traveling around the World Cup weekend and it's still World Cup season. So we had a lot of obstacles along this trip. But with the kiddos helping us navigate through the whole process made the process easy. Although some part of the way along the journey, they got a bit tired, frustrated, and they just couldn't take it anymore. But as a parent, you had to enforce some positive energy to keep the process and keep the whole momentum of the trip going. And with the help of God, we made it safely. It was a little late. When we got there, we drove to Dover for the Johnson's family reunion. And yes, I am a Johnson by marriage. So this particular day, we was just hanging out with my families, my other parents, my husband, mom, and his dad, and his entire family, whom are also my family as well. And here you go, Killian and his grandpa. They were just having a good time. I mean, like, despite all the challenges that came along with this trip, the moment I got there, we forgot about all the obstacles that came along with it. And I'm like, let me record these too. Videos goes a long way. You can always save it to replay it years to come. So I was just like, amazed to see how Killian, opened up and was so freed being around his family. The next week, which was a Monday, after returning back from Delaware back to PA, we got to work. I was so excited to meet my family, my sister and my brother-in-law and my beautiful auntie Grace, who flew in from Germany for my mother wedding. So my mother pulled everybody together. The entire family flew from everywhere. And then after running errands, roughly that was on basically this day was a Thursday or Friday night, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm strongly believe it was a Friday night because the next day we needed to be at the hotel to prep for the wedding. And here we was having fun. We didn't care what time we had to be up to prep for the wedding, right? And here go my sweetheart. Man, this man is a good man. And we was just having fun along with the groom, who I am proud to call my father. And he is just so down to earth, very lively. Like, you have to know this man personally for yourself to love him. And then there you go, my sister. She flew in from Oregon. She's the life of the party in our family, not in a bad way, but where there's boringness, she brings the joy and the fun out of it. And we was just having a blast, just spending quality time together. And my husband, he's the love of the party. He loves good life, of course. And we was eating good food at Beaumont's Bridge, and you name it, a Liberian pepper kala meat. The next morning, show time and business time, right? Shout out to my brand ambassador for capturing every moment of this portion of my mother and me installing her wig. I had pre-made my mother wig, meaning pre-styled, 2 weeks prior to her wedding here in North Dakota because I live out of state. And then flew with it to PA, kept it in a safe box, and then was just doing the installment process the morning of the wedding. We woke up at 5 a.m. If you understand, you understand. If you've been in a wedding and you have been a bride, you know the drill and the rundown. So I do not have to explain myself here, okay? But this was an emotional day for me because the past 34 years of my life, this is the woman who read me and molded me into the person that I am today. And she has been a loyal mother, a loving mother, and a caring mother to my children and I, who is also her grandchildren. She was my first client when I started learning how to do hair So all of my experience and my mistakes as a hairstylist was done on her head. She always trusts me to deliver. So I was trying to hold back my tears, and I'm glad I did. And while I was installing my mother wig, as a spiritual person, I was praying for her within my heart, like, Lord, bless her union, bless her marriage. May it be blessed. May it be fruitful. May you open doors of opportunity for her. And and I just kept staring at her because my mom and I, we came a long way. We came a long way. We have been through seasons together where, I cannot share all here, but I was grateful that God did it the second time again by putting a smile on her face and, sending her a man that genuinely love her for who she is, that accepts every flaws of her, that values and enjoy being around her family and her children and embrace the entire family. So it's a blessing, and I pray that this continue. Not to say that my deceased father wasn't a good man to my mom. He was a great and an excellent man. But after, after he had passed, life has been pretty difficult for us. So just hearing my mom say, hey, I'm getting married. I've been knowing this friend for over 20 plus years, and we have decided to take things to the next level. And you're going to be the planner of this wedding. And when I tell you, my mother entrusted me with everything when it came to her wedding, everything from organizing, from making her bouquet from scratch, and being in contact with all of the seamstress in Nigeria, and organizing all of the wedding meetings in both chat rooms has been nothing but, joy. And I'm not going to lie to you, it was stressful, but I was grateful to go through this process. But I'm not going to take up much of your time because this video is extremely long and I do not want to get emotional. So I'm going to just play some, soft song, and then I will be back.
Heart beats fast, colors and promises. How to be brave? How can I love when I'm afraid to fall? Watching you stand alone, all of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow. One step closer. I have died every day waiting for you, darling. Don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 Time stands still, beauty
me to reintroduce to you the queen mother of jazz beauty and makeup, Mrs. Isaka. Okay? Nigeria and Liberia coming together in unity. Just look at how gorgeous my mother was looking on that day. Okay? You know. For those who have been touched by jazz beauty and makeup on their wedding day or any special occasion, you know when I touch, I leave a great impact from the hair to the makeup. And my mother bouquet was specially made by me. I added a gorgeous baby breath, artificial, realistic dough, baby breath flowers, along with a fresh white roses. And just look at her robe. Shout out to my girl. She did that. My girl Franca did that from Nigeria. My seamstress. She did her thing. And then stay tuned for the next.
I'm not the bride. I'm the bride twinning in her niece. I'm not the bride. I'm a bride's gorgeous niece. I'm not the bride. I'm the bride daughter-in-law.
Make sure I'm not the bride. I'm the bride first daughter.
I'm not the bride. I'm the bride niece.
I'm
not the bride. I'm the bride beautiful daughter. I'm not the bride. I'm the bride's youngest daughter.
No talking.
I'm not the bride. I'm the bride niece.
I'm not the bride. I'm the bride cousin.
I'm not the bride. I'm the bride niece. I'm not the bride. I'm the bride niece.
Somebody say talking over there.
I'm not the bride. I'm the bride first daughter and second daughter.
I'm not the bride. I'm the bride handbag.
Who knows all the bride characters?
Yeah, I know. I am the bride.
Shout out to my girl, Franca, in Nigeria, and also Vicky's Empire in Nigeria for making all of these beautiful bridesmaids dresses. The fabric was kente, 100% kente fabric. And the past 1 year of this wedding preparation wasn't easy, but it worked along with me very well in helping me find the best fabric and also from the beading process of everything. Man, my seamstress are the best and I can count on them any given day. Just look at how gorgeous these ladies are. Each person dress says something about them. It brought out their curves and everything. Just look at my mom and her girls. So, when you play a major role in a wedding, unfortunately, you may not be part of every scene. So for this portion, I was responsible for the kiddos. And once the ladies was okay and felt comfortable, that was the most important part to me. So I didn't even care about being part of all of the moment. What I needed, what I was so sick on, is trying to get my mother to the church and ensuring that all of the bridesmaids was comfortable and satisfied. And I believe everyone was. And just look at these ladies' dresses. Gosh, my mom selected the best of best women. You could think about it. I'll see you in